A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a pivotal moment for international relations, NATO Secretary-General Mark Rutte has underscored the significance of the upcoming summit between President Donald Trump and Russian President Vladimir Putin, scheduled for next Friday in Alaska. This meeting is being hailed as a crucial test of Putin's commitment to ending the ongoing war in Ukraine. Rutte emphasized the importance of recognizing Ukraine's right to self-determination, asserting that the nation must have the autonomy to decide its geopolitical future without external limitations on its military capabilities. The discussions are expected to cover critical issues such as territorial disputes and security guarantees, with Rutte expressing hope that the summit will serve as a meaningful step towards a peaceful resolution. The NATO chief acknowledged the complex reality of Russia's control over certain territories in Ukraine and the challenges that lie ahead in establishing a ceasefire and subsequent negotiations. He stressed that any future agreements must involve an effective acknowledgement of the current territorial situation without granting political legitimacy to Russia's actions. President Trump has recently floated the idea of swapping territories as part of a potential peace deal, a suggestion that has been met with strong resistance from Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky, who insists that no Ukrainian territory, particularly in the eastern Donbass region, should be ceded to facilitate a ceasefire. Zelensky has called for Ukraine's active participation in the negotiations, a sentiment echoed by several European nations who argue that peace talks should not proceed without Ukraine's involvement. While Rutte has praised Trump's approach to the upcoming meeting, former National Security Advisor John Bolton has voiced concerns about the implications of the summit. Bolton criticized Trump for legitimizing Putin by hosting the meeting on American soil and argued that the president's willingness to negotiate could inadvertently reward Russia for its aggression. He cautioned that the negotiations could slide in Russia's favor, potentially undermining Ukraine's position. Rutte, however, countered Bolton's assertions, asserting that Trump has exerted significant pressure on Russia and has taken steps to support Ukraine, including the recent increase in tariffs on Indian imports of Russian oil and the resumption of lethal weapon deliveries to Ukraine. Bolton remained skeptical, suggesting that the lack of a cohesive strategy from the US and NATO has left Ukraine vulnerable. He expressed concern that Zelensky might be cornered into accepting terms that could compromise Ukraine's sovereignty. The stakes are incredibly high as the world watches this summit unfold, with implications that could shape the future of not only Ukraine but the broader geopolitical landscape. As the date approaches, the international community is left to ponder whether this meeting will indeed herald a new chapter in the quest for peace, or if it will further entrench the conflict. The outcome remains uncertain, but one thing is clear. The eyes of the world are on Alaska as two of the most powerful leaders prepare to negotiate the fate of a nation caught in the crossfire. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.